We're gonna try curling my hair with a salon quality flat iron to see if it actually makes a difference. Except a little spoiler alert, I already know it makes a difference because I had your normal cheapy flat iron like literally every other millennial on the planet, and I never could curl my hair with that. Literally, I tried so many different techniques. I watched so many tutorials. It never, ever, ever curled with it. And so I honestly just thought it was my hair. But I'm here to tell you, ladies, if you're in your 30s, 40s, 50s, and you're using like your cheapy old flat iron, it's time to get a nice flat iron. Like, it's gonna last you forever, literally, and it's actually gonna work. We actually did the Big Daddy Lay Titane yesterday, and it was so fun. Obviously, you guys can see my hair is naturally very straight, very fine, kind of blah. I'm probably not the target demographic for the 1.75 inch, but I still loved it. I just wanted to kind of show you the difference. If you do have like super thick hair, a lot of it, it's really long, really curly, this is going to cut your styling time in half. This is like a normal size flat iron. This is the 1.75 inch. It is very big. It's going to make straightening your hair or curling your hair with a straightener so fast. They both have the red light technology. That's something name. I can't think. What's the name of it, girls? Anyways, you know what I mean. So it's going to leave your hair super sleek, super soft. You can actually lock it in this position, which is really nice for storage. And then to unlock it, you just twist that. Super adjustable heat temp. I'm actually going to turn mine down a little bit. And the temp does lock. I'm actually still, oh, there we go. I'm still trying to figure out how to unlock it. You just tap it. And anyways, it's like the most versatile flat iron ever as far as temp goes. You can go all the way in the 200s, all the way up to 450. So no matter whether you have coarse, thick, curly, whatever, like hard to curl hair, you can definitely get it hot enough. If you have really fine or like thin hair like me and you need a little lower temp, you can go super low too. And then if you shop from this link, you're actually going to get a 60-day love it guarantee. So that's really cool. So if you're like, yeah, I'm sure it makes a difference, blah, 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 girl. Well, you can find out for yourself because you have a 60-day love it guarantee. So perfect. All right, let's go in with a little bit of heat protectant. I actually already put like some leave-in conditioner and stuff in after I washed my hair this morning. I might have got slightly overzealous on that, but I think it'll be okay. Worst case scenario, my hair just won't be as have as much volume. It's naturally flat anyway, so probably not going to make a huge difference, but protection is more important. This is Thermal Magique. A couple things I like about this. One, it smells good. Two, it's a humidity tamer, so if you do live somewhere humid, or actually right now even Montana's kind of muggy, which it won't last, but it is for the time being. Anyways, it kind of like coats your hair and protects it from the humidity to help like lock your style in. I personally feel like it actually helps give my hair a little bit of grip and hold as well. And then the most obvious thing, it's a heat protectant. It protects your hair from heat damage. Just gonna make sure I got the very ends. We need to keep all the length we can. If you have fine hair and you're trying to curl your hair out, you know what I'm talking about. It's like, oh, bye-bye. I'm gonna break off now. Anyways, Miss Bond is helping with that. But yeah. Good morning. Facebook's gonna be a turd today. Okay, lately my videos, as soon as I get on live, I notice it's like blurry and then it clears up. Was it blurry for you right at the beginning? And I have good internet, so I don't think it's my phone or like my internet. I think it's just Facebook. I don't know though. Far infrared technology. Got hooked on my chair. I just thought of it. So you guys can see now that it's on. Do you see that red light in there? That's the far infrared technology. So it's going to leave your hair super sleek, super shiny, and it's just going to work really, really well. And then it's also titanium plates. So titanium is really good for all hair types. It's kind of that universal, like, works for any hair type sort of metal or whatever you want to call it. And so I love that. Alright, so basically what I do is I just kind of take my hair and I climb up the hair. So I start a couple inches below the root, and then I just glide down, and as soon as I don't see any hair, I just untwist. You can glide all the way through, but I usually leave the ends slightly straighter if I'm doing a flat iron curl for that kind of more like bitchier look. I love a true curl, but I also love a flat iron curl. I think it's kind of fun to like change it up and have a little different style with your curls. I know not everybody loves the straight ends. You can totally just glide all the way through if that's not your jam. I feel like it gives it that more kind of beachy flat iron curl look. So I just kind of like leave out the last little bit there. And then you can always go through and smooth it out. I have some split ends, and so I just want it to be nice and sleek, locked in, and you know what I mean? And it's really fast. I have mine set to 360, but like I said, super duper versatile there. And you can play around with it. That's what I tell everyone, like, I love to share tips that have worked for me, but your hair is going to be different. So I like to share like my techniques, because I was someone that could not curl my hair, let alone with a flat iron, until I was in my late 20s. So like a full-blown adult before I could ever like curl my hair. And so I love to be able to share, because I know I'm not the only one who just kind of accepted defeat and thought your hair was the problem, not the tool, not your technique. And I'm here to tell you, even on this super flat blah hair, we can get it to curl. So there is hope for you. However, everyone's hair is different. So like my hair, I find it actually holds best when it's clean, like when I freshly wash and blow dry it. Where I remember when I was like trying to find all these tips and just like how to hold curl in my hair. Good morning, guys. If you've commented, I can't see comments. I don't know why Facebook does this, but I always come back and read them, so I'll see them at the end. But anyways, I was looking for like tips and stuff, and everything was like, oh, you want to have dirty hair? If you do that, don't stress, just redo it. Anyways, I let go of the clamp, so just redo, squeeze that clamp, and recurl. But anyways, I was looking for tips and stuff, and everything was like, you actually want dirty hair so you have like grip and texture. Maybe I should zoom in just a hair so you guys can see a little better. And so I was like, okay, so I would let my hair get as dirty as I could stand. I bought dry shampoo, all of this stuff, and I found that actually having dirty hair kind of like weighed my hair down more and made it even harder to curl. So my best curls are on freshly washed clean hair. But all that to say, yours could be like on dirty hair with product buildup. I feel like the best styles on product buildup days for me are like braids, messy buns, things like that, where I just want a lot of texture and kind of that messier look, but not bouncy curls, you know what I mean? And so that's something where it's like, that's going to depend on your hair type, you know? But the technique will work on long hair, short hair. Truly, it doesn't matter. This tool is the same as pretty much every tool on planet Earth. The smaller the sections you do, the tighter your curl is going to be, and the bigger the sections you do, the more looser, wavier your curls are going to be. So yeah. Again, my technique, you're basically going to clamp a couple inches below the root, because you're going to clamp, and then you're going to roll up the hair. It's like you're climbing up the hair. And then grab the tail and just slowly glide through the hair. That was kind of a bad example, but you get the idea. We're going to do it a bunch of times. And you basically want to keep like a consistent fluid motion the whole time you're curling your hair. So you don't really want to like stop while you're curling it. You want to just continuously glide. Of course, with this being titanium and a salon quality flat iron, it is going to glide right through the hair very easily. Hi, Donna. Oh my gosh, I feel like I never catch you live. How are you? Obviously, this is a flat iron, so if you want like the sleekest, straightest hair, it will literally look like you got a what's that treatment called? A gloss treatment. Like, that's how shiny your hair is going to be. But I feel like it's, like, really good even with these curls. Like, I have some split ends and just, like, some breakage and things that make my hair look a little frizzier. And it's going to make it look super healthy, super smooth, and just, like, lock everything in. Lock in that hydration, lock in that shine. So pretty. Good morning, Kenya. How are you? What's everybody up to today? I have to go to work, and we have kind of a different thing today. So I live in rural Montana, and once a year we have a veterinarian, like an animal veterinarian, come to town, and they do like a vaccine clinic, so everyone can bring their animals in and get like their shots or whatever. It's actually so nice because the nearest vet is an hour away. And so I'm going to take my dogs to it, but also I'm the town clerk and treasurer, so I have to be there because the town's the one that hosts it. All right, we're going to spin, and then we're just going to glide. And if you ever, like, your hair goes down here or down here, comes out the top, that's okay. I do feel like flat iron curls take a little practice. Trust me, I never, ever thought I would be able to do them. I basically just thought it was my hair until I did get, like, a wand flat iron, and I decided to give it another try, and I was like, wait, maybe I can do this. But you basically just want to, like, hold the tail if you're having issues with that, and kind of follow that as your guide, and that's going to help prevent that from happening. It's really when you just don't squeeze tight enough that hair can fall, like, below or above. But you can also just hold the tail and kind of give yourself a place to follow, and that will prevent it as well. So, laundry day for you. Okay, I've been up doing laundry too because we're getting ready for a lake trip. So it was like 11 o'clock last night when I was switching the last load to the dryer because, yeah, I'm going to have both my nephews here. Super excited. I just didn't want to be trying to do it all, like, today, you know what I mean? Especially when I knew I had... Oop, I might have messed that up because I didn't get the top off. Yeah. Anyways, I knew I had the vaccine clinic and all of that tonight, so I was like, trying to get as much done as I could. On the top, I do kind of like to lift up. I do this with a lot of tools, not just a flat iron. And I basically just do that because my hair is like a helmet to my head. I feel like that's really common with fine hair. I don't think I'm the only one. And so that just kind of helps like lift it up off the scalp, give me a little bit more bounce, a little bit more volume, and you know what I mean, just lift that hair. So yeah. You can kind of like alternate directions, like do some towards your face, then go away from your face. And that's going to help give you a little bit more like texture and movement. If you like that kind of beachier, messier look, I highly recommend doing that. If you want curls that kind of all swish together, curl them all the same direction is going to be my recommendation. See, this is why with fine hair I try to like just keep every section clipped because otherwise it like all goes together. Oh, come on, you clip. Anyways, I hope we have good weather. It's been kind of like stormy lately and rainy. The main thing is the wind. Like, obviously if it's super windy, we can't take the boat out, which kind of ruins a lake trip. But yeah, we'll see. I hope we have at least a few days of good weather. If not, we'll hopefully be back in July sometime. But yeah, the boys really want to go fishing. We're taking my youngest son. See how I kind of like did that a little looser? So if you like that curl, start a little lower and basically just bend the middle, but you don't have to squeeze as tight. So there's a lot of versatility in it really, just depending on how like precise you do it. Like if you really roll up the hair, get it nice and tight and like slowly glide, making sure the ends stay in the tool, you're going to get a lot like tighter curl. But yeah. I also feel like flat iron curls hold really, really well. So if you have troubles with that, this may make a difference for you. I'm actually just going to do this as its own section. What are you guys up to this weekend? I'm going to kind of do a couple towards my face just to add that little bit of texture and little more shape in the curls. It'll kind of lift because they won't stick together, so they'll kind of go other directions and add a little lift. Around my face, I usually prefer a little bit of a looser curl, especially because these pieces of hair are so short. I don't want them like right around my face like that, if that makes sense. If I had longer hair, I'd probably just curl them like everything else and do like a full curl because it would pull a little bit more and kind of be like that loose, pretty look. But I feel like when you have shorter hair, it has less weight to it, and so it can really hold those tighter curls a lot longer. So around the face, I try to do some looser ones just so it doesn't look so like Shirley Temple-ish. It's so funny to me that I'm even saying that as someone that, like I said, could not curl my hair at all. Okay, we're just rolling, and again, I'm kind of going up just to help get some lift and like a little bit of shape there at the top. Look at how shiny it makes your hair. And like just smooths out all the split ends, all the frizz. I love it. It's so pretty. Good morning, Carrie. I have thick hair. It has a mind of its own. I love your makeup tutorials. Thank you, Carrie. Okay, but I do have the perfect thing for you. We used this yesterday. I'm definitely not the target customer for this. Obviously, with my hair, it's like super fine and I have like thin spots and stuff. The 1.75 inch. So it's the same tool we're using, but look at the size difference. This is for my girls with thick hair, long hair, super unruly hair. This is going to cut your styling time in half. Like, look how big that plate is. So you can do like these huge sections because I know when you have like really thick or really long hair, I do some girls' hair sometimes. It just takes so much longer. Like a little 1-inch flat iron like this, you feel like you're never ever going to get through it. That is like quite literally half the time. But you still get all the same perks of like the far infrared technology, the titanium plates, adjustable heat temp. So you can totally use it on any hair type, but it's going to make it so much faster. So if you're watching this and you want to take advantage of the 60-day love it guarantee, and you're like Carrie with long hair, really thick hair, curly hair, anything like that where it takes you a longer time to style, grab the 1.75 inch. It's on the same link because they're the same tool, just two different size options. So this is just the like kind of normal flat iron size. All right, here's what it looks like before we brush out. Let's make sure we didn't miss any in the back. You always want to let your curls cool for a minute. It usually doesn't take that long, guys, because, wow, that looks really cute, doesn't it? Oh my gosh. It doesn't usually take that long because you're like alternating sides, you know what I mean? So just give it a minute to cool, and that's really it. And then we'll kind of finish it up. So I'm going to use a little bit of, you can either go marula oil or another product I love, which I never see anyone talking about this, and it's like one of my favorites, the Oil Serum Hybrid Styler. Let's do this one because I swear no one talks about this. This is such a cool product. So the ingredients are some of the key ingredients: argan, baobab, jojoba, and meadow foam seed oils. And here's what I like about it. It gives you a little bit of hold and grip, but it's also, as you can tell by the ingredients, like a hair care product. So it adds a ton of hydration, adds shine, while also giving you like some hold. And it's more of a water-based oil, which is what I personally prefer for hair, unless I'm doing some kind of treatment, because the really like greasy oils, they weigh my hair down too fast and just make it look greasy and like clumped together. You know what I mean? So this is more of like a water-based type hair oil, so it's not gonna, as you can see, my hair is ultra fine, you guys. It's not gonna weigh your hair down or make it greasy looking. It's just gonna add that shine, put that hydration back in, and like I said, you get a little hold. So you can honestly skip the hairspray if you want to. Totally up to you. Like, look at that. How crazy is that? If you tune into my videos every day and you've seen like how naturally flat my hair is, you're like impressed. But if not, you might be like, no, looks fine, just like every other girl that curls her hair. But my hair is super flat. So that's with just the Oil Serum Hybrid Styler. If you want the messier look, highly recommend just kind of fingering through and not like full on breaking all your curls apart. If you want more of a swooshy curl that kind of like flows together, I know you guys know what I mean. This is such a great description, right? That's not kind of like textured like this. Curl all your curls the same direction, towards or away from your face. I don't think it matters. It's personal preference. and then brush through. I love the Sienna wide brush to brush through curls. That's how my daughter prefers hers. She doesn't like a really tight curl or anything like that, so we always curl all the same direction, and then I brush through gently with this, because obviously I want to keep the curl, but she doesn't want like a ton of, you know, body and movement. She kind of just wants like that really soft curl look. So that's really all you have to do to make that difference. But yeah. Then if you want a little extra volume, I would take either your favorite dry shampoo, or one thing I love is the Move It texture spray. A lot of texture sprays kind of like dry my hair out and make them feel like straw. This one doesn't do that. It adds all that texture and that volume, but without making my hair feel like super dry. So I really like it. Also, make sure when you're doing hairspray or texture spray, start at the bottom and go up. A lot of people, myself included, until, I don't know if someone pointed this out or I just kind of noticed it, I can't really remember. A lot of people kind of hold right here, and then you're really only getting like this one chunk of your hair. So you want to get the length and a little bit at the root as well for hairspray or texturizing spray. I think I'll just do texture today, because I just don't really think I'll need hairspray, and that is crazy coming from someone with my hair type, but it really just holds so well, honestly. But yeah, how pretty are those? I love a flat iron curl. I know you guys see me do like regular curls all the time, but I really do love a flat iron curl, especially in the summer. I feel like it's just like fun. It reminds me of like a country concert, but my hair still feels really soft and like fresh, so... Anyway, I'm just rambling at this point, but that's the Le Titan. I know I titled this to see if it makes a difference. And like I said, kind of a spoiler alert, I had a cheap straightener before, and I basically said my hair can't be curled with a flat iron because I thought my hair was the problem. I will tell you, if you're using your cheapy flat iron, I did for years and years, I don't even think it worked. Like, I already have naturally straight hair, so I think it just made it like slightly smoother maybe. If it even did anything, I don't know. But I could never curl my hair with it, and I thought it was just my hair type. But as you can see, that's not the case, and the Le Titan is so good, you guys. I feel like it feels like it costs like hundreds of dollars, like those really luxe flat irons that your hairstylist has, but it's not. And also, it comes with a 60-day love-it guarantee, so if you're like, this girl is probably overhyping this, it probably sucks, I really don't foresee you using the love-it guarantee, because when you get it, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I see what she's saying, especially if you've been using your normal store-bought flat iron. Like, you're gonna get it the minute this touches your hair. You're gonna see exactly what I'm saying. But yeah, it does have that 60-day love-it guarantee. Try it out, see if you like it, use it on your hair, use it on your daughters, your moms, whatever. See if you guys like it, and then if you hate it, mail it back, get a full refund, truly. So basically, you have nothing to lose. You might as well treat yourself. You deserve it, and it's going to make a difference. So what's the point of taking all that time to do our hair if it's not going to last? You know what I mean? So yeah, anyways, if you guys have questions, let me know. I got it linked above and below. You won't need a code or anything. They should just auto apply at checkout, and as long as you shop at either of those links, it'll be in the 60-day love-it guarantee category. So you'll be good to go there. But yeah, here's our final look. Thanks for hanging out with me, girls. I love it. I love the bounce. My flat-haired self is happy. Oh, I should show you the back. Doesn't hopefully look near as bad as what I showed you. Fingers crossed. Yeah, that's all for today. I hope you guys have a really good day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye, guys.